This morning we're continuing with Merging with Śiva, chapter 41, entitled Spinning Wheels of Consciousness. Drawn from the 1967 and 1970 Master Course editions, plus upadeshas from Kauai in 1989. We stopped last time partway through lesson 284, so we're going to continue there. Cognition and divine love. Universal or divine love is the faculty expressed by the next center called the Vishuda Chakra. This center is associated with the pharyngeal plexus in the throat and possesses 16 petals or attributes. Whereas the first two centers are predominantly odic force in nature, and the third and fourth are mixtures of odic force and a little actinic force, Vishuddha is almost a purely actinic force structure. So that's a significant difference. Vishuda Chakra is almost a purely actinic force structure. On a percentage scale, we could say that the energies here are 80% actinic and only 20% odic. Whenever people feel filled with inexpressible love and devotion to all mankind, all creatures large and small, they are vibrating within Vishuddha. In this state, there is no consciousness of a physical body, no consciousness of being a person with emotions, no consciousness of thoughts. They are just being the light or being fully aware of themselves as actinic force flowing through all form. They see light throughout the entirety of their body, even if standing in a darkened room. This light is produced in the Ajna Chakra above through the friction occurring between the odic and actinic forces and perceived through the divine sight of the third eye. Oh, that's my commentary is. That last one was an important sentence. This light is produced in the Ajna Chakra above through the friction occurring between the odic and actinic forces perceived through the divine sight of the third eye. In other words, it's not the deepest experience. There's actinic force above, so to speak, and odic force below, and because the two are meeting, there's a friction which is inner light. So if you go deeper, then there's no longer light. That's the point. There is simply inner space. And Gurudeva mentions this coming up later in the chapter. Back to the text. The sense of I, of ego, is dissolved in the intensity of this inner light, and a great bliss permeates the nerve system as the truth of the oneness of the universe is fully and powerfully realized. Vishuddha means sheer purity. This center is associated with blue, the color of divine love. The jñānī who has awakened this center is able for the first time to withdraw awareness totally into the spine, into the sushumna current. Now he begins experiencing the real spiritual being. Even at this point, he may hold a concept of himself as an outer being, as distinct from the inner being he seeks. But as he becomes stronger and stronger in his newfound love, he realizes that the inner being is nothing but the reality of himself. And as he watches as the outer being fades, he realizes that it was born in time and memory patterns, put together through the forces of reason and sustained for a limited period through the forces of will. The outer shell dissolves and he lives in the blissful inner consciousness that knows only light, love, and immortality. Then in the commentary, you would get the Shum series for the Vishuda Chakra. Kasim, astral body floating feeling. We invite you to enter the area of the mind within the Kaling Kasim realm that is attained by experiencing the three rivers merging. Here the physical body and the astral body merge closely in blissful union. Feeling of floating within the Akasha is experienced. Lingkasim, the Akasha element. We invite you to visit this portrait, which names an area within the Akasha that is very interesting to experience. Tantra will be imparted to you at the right time in your life and in a traditional way. Be patient and study with great care all the Kamshuma Linga in preparation for the experience of Lingkasim. We also invite you to prepare for initiation into the realm of Lingkasim, where the Akashic secrets are revealed. Prepare well by learning and experiencing all the 7 Kamshuma Linga, and when ready at the proper time and in the traditional way, the mystery will be revealed. And Kalingkasim, the 5th chakra, named Vishuddha in Sanskrit, attribute divine love, located at the throat. It is here where magical powers exist, and it is here that the past is dissolved and the vision of a positive, productive future is revealed. Color, smoky purple blue. Planet, Saturn. Element, ether. Sense, hearing. Petals, 16. Panchakshara mantra letter, Ya. Lesson 285, Design, Sight, and Illumination. The 6th force center is Ājñā, or the third eye. Ajna Chakra means command center and grants direct experience of the divine, not through any knowledge passed on by others, which would be like the knowledge found in books. Magnetized to the cavernous plexus and to the pineal gland and located between the brows, the Ajna Chakra governs the superconscious faculties of divine sight within man. Its color is lavender. Of its 2 petals or facets, one is the ability to look down, all the way down to the 7 talas or states of mind below the mūlādhāra, and the other is the ability to perceive the higher spiritual states of consciousness, all the way up to the 7 chakras above the sahasrāra. Thus Ājñā looks into both worlds, the odic astral world, or Antarloka, and the actinic spiritual world, or Śivaloka. It therefore is the connecting link, allowing the jñānī to relate the highest consciousness to the lowest in a unified vision. The center opens fully to the conscious use of man after many experiences of nirvikalpa samādhi, self-realization, resulting in total transformation having been attained, although visionary insights and particularly inner light experiences are positive earlier. The composition of this chakra is so refined, being primarily of actinic force, that a conscious knowledge of the soul as a scintillating body of pure energy or white light is its constant manifestation. From here, man peers deeply into the mind substance, seeing simultaneously into the past, the present, and the future, deeper into evolutionary phases of creation, preservation, and destruction. He is able to travel consciously in his inner body to enter any region of the mind without barrier, and to reduce through his samyama, contemplation, all form to its constituent parts. It is not recommended on the classical Hindu yoga path for one to sit and concentrate on this fourth center, as the psychic abilities of the pineal gland can be prematurely awakened, over which control is not possible, creating an unnecessary karmic sidetrack for the aspirant. Visions are not to be sought. They themselves are mere illusions of a higher nature, around which a spiritual ego can grow, which only serves to inhibit the final step on the path, that of the truth beyond all form, beyond the mind itself. Therefore, the pituitary gland, which controls the next and final center, should be awakened first. This master gland is located about an inch forward and upward of the left ear, near the center of the cranium. At that point, one can inwardly focus awareness and see a clear white light. This light is the best point of concentration, for it will lead awareness within itself and to the ultimate goal without due ramification. Gurudeva had a simple way of expressing that in Shum concepts. We go from the fourth dimension to the seventh. Skip everything in between. So all of the psychic possibilities in the Ajna Chakra are skipped. We're just trying for Kaif. And our Shum series for the Ajna Chakra. Vumna, the faculty of speech on the astral plane. Interesting. Mavumna, the second Ganga flowing into the chakra at the back of the head, meaning the top of the head. From the realm of actinic energies of the great Kadi Isare Ganga, the Bhavani river, we come into Mavumna, the second Ganga. Located at the back of the head, flowing into the Kadi Isare, are the actinic energies from the body of the soul and the astral. These energies have been created from the quantum particles and form a ray. The quantum rays are many and of various colors, and once awakened, the mind becomes as sharp as a knife, able to cut through obstacles within the laws of Dharma. The divine sight of the third eye also is sharpened when the two rivers merge at the back of the head of the soul body, which is experiencing the blissful energies from the source of all sources. This portrait also names a tantra, divine sight of the three rivers to be imparted at the right time in a proper way. Then we get the full word, Chemavumna, the sixth chakra named Ajna in Sanskrit. Attribute, divine sight, located at the third eye between the two physical eyes, relates to language and speech. It is the area of the mind where, through the third eye, mystics can scan the universe. It is the area where past, present, and future are seen as one. It is the third eye that sees all, for it is within all at every point in time. Only when the awareness moves into this chakra do the two petals open from deep within the chakra above, and divine sight comes. Color, lavender. Planet, Uranus. Element, Mahatattva. Sense, intuition. Petals, too. The Om of the Panchakshara mantra. The sahasrāra, or crown chakra, is the thousand-spoked wheel, also known as Sahasrāra Padma, thousand-petaled lotus. Actually, according to the ancient mystics, it has 1008 aspects or attributes of the soul body. However, these persona are transparent. A clear, white light, ever present, shining through the circumference of the golden body, which is polarized here, and which seems to build and grow after many experiences of sustained nirvikalpa samādhi, manifesting a total inner and outer transformation. The crown chakra is the accumulation of all other force centers in the body, as well as the controlling or balancing aspect of all other sheaths or aspects of man. It is a world within itself. When the yogi travels in high states of contemplation, when he is propelled into a vast inner space, he is simply aware of this center in himself. In such deep states, even the experience of light would not necessarily occur, since light is only present when a residue of darkness is kept, or since light is the friction of pure actinic force meeting and penetrating the magnetic forces. In the sahasrāra, the jñānī dissolves even blissful visions of light and is immersed in pure space, pure awareness, pure being. Then we have one shum word, and we'll end with that. Shum word for endless inner space is iliming shum. Seventh dimension, superconscious mind. Clear, endless inner space. Not clear white light, just clear space. Above the vibratory rate of light, and with no thing to be aware of, awareness becomes conscious of itself. Awareness can expand into the endless inner space of this dimension, or contract into being completely aware of itself, kaiv. Well, that's an important point. You can expand or you can contract, and it's both within the seventh dimension. So if it's contracted, it's kaiv. If it's expanded, it's endless inner space. This dimension relates to the kamshumalinga, kamakadi isare. To experience the collages within this dimension, look at the inner world through the top of the head. So we're looking up. It's a good place to stop. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.